You want to take a ride with me across the bridge? We'll meet Rabbelustic. It's not about reading or writing English, you understand? It's not about spelling when you send a text message and the guy's like, "Ooh, this guy spelled it very wrong," like writing Noach with 7 mistakes. It's not about that. It's about, if you're in a yeshiva that brags about having the most shluchim from its graduates, and you have a shliach in Washington, D.C., okay, that Orthodox Jews are embarrassed to introduce him to their friends because of his illiteracy in science. Science understands religion. You understand? You can't understand religion from religion. You have to understand religion from science. What the priests knew or tried to understand 2,000 years ago and what we know today via the microscope and telescope, what we know about the laws of nature. It's not about spelling. It's not about, it's about surviving in the world as a human being. A rabbi without science is it's like building a bridge, an architect building a bridge without using mathematics. It's not going to sustain the stresses that it needs to. It's not about the conflict of Olei Shem and Olei Yefes, or Olei Yefes and Olei Shem. It's not about the conflict of two different philosophies. The son of Rabbeinu Gershom Meir HaGoyla converted to Christianity not because... Who converts to Christianity today? No one. Because at the time, the clerical schools were the Harvard and Yale. Today it's not. You understand? He converted not because he was forced to baptize. I could imagine a conversation with him and his father where he says to his father, the Christendom is the most modern and thing that there is at the time because of the monogamy and all these introductions. So of course Rabbeinu Gershom introduced it into Yiddishkeit right away. Of course, because how could Judaism be behind morally to another faith? We're the originals. We're supposed to be the older brother in faith for them. So if Rabbeinu Gershom's son was around today, he would not become a Jew for Jesus or any of that nonsense, because that no one looks up to that today. So if you want to run a yeshiva al Torah Science, number one, it's not going to work anyway because of the Satmars don't consider Chabad to be Torah Science anyway. Why don't they? They have a few arguments. One of them is if a Chabad boy can go to Manhattan and has the liberty to go to Manhattan, and if the girls are not tznius up to their standards, which they believe is the right standard, and you're not going to convince them otherwise. The Rebbe never said that Chabad should change the standards of tznius. So your whole Torah Science is just that you're not the other guy. So if you're not religious and you're not secular, what are you doing to these kids? If a Bachar Nolei Torah can't be invited to sit on the Shabbos table with the Rambam and the Even Ezra, that's a big problem. We've got a big problem. The Even Ezra, there's a crater on the moon named after the Even Ezra. We didn't know that in Nolei Torah. The Rambam was a man of science, and we only know him from the Mishnah Torah. But the real Rambam is the guy who wrote the Guide to the Perplexed, because science doesn't make it impossible to be religious. It only makes it possible not to be. Which means logic doesn't make it impossible to be religious. Logic makes it possible not to be. You're not bound by the religion like a slave. You can be religious, you can dance with the Torah, you can go to 770 and say, I want to dance with the Torah and I want to bring my kids. You don't have to put your kids in a mikveh before. You don't have to prove that you're actually Jewish or you're actually not Tomei. You go to 770, you dance and you sing. And then you go back to your life. Because today religion belongs in shul. You understand? You wear a yarmulke in shul. You want to wear a yarmulke to work? Gesundheit. Screw you. Keiner didn't schuldig. You want to wear a streimel to Manhattan every day to work? Good for you.